This was a brutal day for the semiconductor cohort. Wow, Intel plummeting 9% after a troubled quarter. But maybe Intel's the wrong chip maker to watch here. What if we can get a better read on the entire group, and certainly on the semiconductor business, is when it comes to certain ends of it from Cypress Semi. It's the maker of programmable systems on a chip, along with chips for touchscreens and microcontrollers, appliances, and, of course, the Internet of Things, which is really what I'm going here. Last night, Cypress reported a spectacular quarter, and its stock pulled at $1.12, or nearly 7% today in response. The company delivered a top and bottom line beat with the guidance for the next quarter that was almost perfectly in line with expectations, supposed to the cuts we're seeing. That may not sound super impressive, but remember, the semiconductor business is supposed to be awful right now. The entire rally here is based on the perception that it will get better in the not-too-distant future. And Cypress Semi is already seeing improvements thanks to the real strength of their Internet or IoT, Internet of Things business, offsetting slower numbers from the industrial and automotive end markets. So they've got some good things to say about auto. The stock's now up 36% for the year, but it still sells for only 14 times next year's earnings. I think it could have a lot more upside. So let's take a closer look with Hassane El-Khoury, and Hassane's the president and CEO of Cypress Semi, get a better sense of the quarter and where it's headed. Mr. El-Khoury, welcome back to Mad Money.
Thanks, Jim, for having me.
Okay, look, you've got a great story, son. One of the things that I think that's really amazing is that you talked about a 20% lift in the second quarter for Internet of Things. No one's seeing that in semis. Why is your company so specifically bullish about what's happening right now?
Well, there are two aspects of it. The first aspect, obviously, is what we have been executing to, which is the technology that we're providing. But more importantly, over the last 2 years, we have diversified our customer base and our end segment base in IoT. IoT is very broad. You have to be everywhere all the time. We've been able to do that foundation and build that foundation over the last 2 years, and now we're enjoying the 20% growth across all of these segments and customers.
All right, well, look, you've got Siemens, Mitsubishi, you've got Boston Scientific, Medtronic, but you also mentioned Amazon, stock that was up very big today. Give people an example of what you would do for an Amazon.
So for Amazon, obviously, I'm not going to go into a lot of specifics, but if you look at what technology we provide to Amazon specifically, we have the connectivity, wireless connectivity, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and more importantly, which differentiates us versus a lot of other players that might have wireless assets as well, is the combo chip that combines Wi-Fi and Bluetooth together. That's a very unique capability we have. It's very hard to replicate, and that makes us a very sticky solution. We do that in addition to some of the PSOCs that you mentioned earlier in the intro.
I understand you're the fastest, most reliable, and most durable in that combination. It's not just the idea that it's just a combo that you put together, right? I mean, this is a proprietary technology that you have.
That's right. And it has to be solid. It has to be reliable, like you said, because we also take that into automotive, and we dominate the wireless connectivity for automotive also. And that solution has to work all the time, every time. And, life of cars is going to almost 11 years now. So it's got to work all the time.
All right, now you've got a car behind you. I've talked earlier about how I am concerned about the potential ride-sharing problem, the secular decline of autos. But you, unlike a lot of the other industrial companies, are getting a major new percentage of per dollar amount per car, and it doesn't seem to be stopping, even though the auto business itself is slow. How are you able to do that?
So again, it goes back to our strategy of diversification, including what I mentioned, IoT, also in automotive. You have to go broad. You can't bet on electric vehicles or combustion engines. What we've done over the last 2 years, we have focused our new technology, our innovation on the cockpit or the passenger vehicle, which is where a lot of the OEMs put a lot of differentiation. When you do that, this is not where customers are going to skimp when there's a SAR component that is declining or the unit declining. The sales will keep driving the high end of that market. Everybody wants a premium entertainment center in that car. Everybody wants to have the latest instrument cluster. This is what Cypress does. This is where customers are differentiating when you go to the lot and buy a car. And that's why I've always talked about content growth and content creation. We've been doing that for a couple of years now, and when the market started to turn, we will keep enjoying that growth, and we have.
Okay, Hassane, I've got to tell you, one of our absolute favorite companies was unfortunately swallowed up, which is Harman. And we just think the world of that company, and you're one of their partners, right?
That's right. That's right.
So I need to get
we provide for
right because they're really the brains of most inside entertainment infotainment. One other thing, today was a day where we heard a lot about how bad NAND is, about how bad flash is. You saw it coming and you knew to get out of it. What does that mean for shareholders in terms of leaving a non-proprietary business and concentrating on proprietary businesses?
So that's a very important component. So at the end of the year, like you said, we saw it coming. It is not core to our strategy, which is focusing on differentiation and BOM content. It would have been a added pressure on our gross margin, which we have done a great job increasing and expanding our gross margin. So we decided to carve that business and form a JV with SK Hynix System IC. However, what is left is a NOR business. However, our NOR is not the same as a lot of the NOR you hear about in the market from some of our peers or some of our competitors. We focused our NOR over the last couple of years on the high density NOR. Our ship density today is 4 times what the rest of the market ships. So we're really in the high end, high reliability, and in automotive. All ADAS systems need our NOR. And that's why for us, NOR is a growth. Even if the commodity NOR that you hear about from others is in decline, our NOR is stable, pricing is stable, and there's future growth as we see more and more ADAS penetration in automotive.
Well, the assisted driving, it's a fantastic story. You're really rising above everybody else. And Hassane El-Khoury, that is because you personally have decided to take your company that we knew had a lot of commodity and make it all proprietary. Thank you so much for coming on Mad Money. That's Cypress Semi, CY, and you can see why they were able to triumph from the day when Intel brought the whole group down. Stay with Cramer. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.